This is a countdown video. It contains my own personal opinion on the subject matter. If you don't like my opinion, well, go make your own video for all I care.
Let's be honest here. In this male-dominated world, especially when it comes to anime, it's really hard to find a good female character that's not like all the rest. However, when you do, they can become some of the most memorable characters. So since today is International Women's Day, I want to list off my favorite female characters that give all females in anime a good name. So with no more delay, here's my top 10 female characters in anime. Number 10. Yasan, also known as the literary girl from Daily Lives of High School Boys. In an already comedic-filled show, Yasan's parts are easily the best parts of the show. Just seeing how obsessed she is with recreating the love scenario fantasy that she always creates in her writing, it's just so funny how much she can torture this guy again and again, and it's the best reason to continue watching the show. Every time her song played, I was in tears. Just watch!
教室でフロレス Yasan.
She's very cute, very energetic, and honestly very sadistic in a crazy, obsessed way. The conclusion of her character in the show is actually more heartwarming than you might think. It was a very nice conclusion to a show-running joke. In a show where all of the characters' faults are the source of most of the comedy, you can't get any better than the literary girl.
ですから元気を出して
Number 9. Shirayuki, from Snow White with the Red Hair. This one is a very recent character, but all the more memorable when you watch the show. There are a lot of female protagonists that are the same in shoujo anime. Thankfully, Shirayuki is a little different from them all. First off, she is very stubborn. If something gets in her way of achieving a goal or helping others, she will overcome that obstacle no matter what, and she'll do it by herself, not needing the help of others unless she really needs it. I also like how, when she works hard, she's not doing it to be worthy of Zen, or to be able to work for him. She's instead working to be his equal, since he is of royalty and she is not. She's what brings the heart to this very enjoyable cast of characters, and that is enough to put her on this list.
Sorry to disappoint, but I don't usually carry poison.
She sure got you there, Zen.
Number 8. Mikoto, from School Rumble. Probably my favorite straight-on comedy. It was very hard to pick my favorite female character in this show, since I love almost all of them. But when I fought to the character that I enjoyed watching the most, it would definitely be Makoto. The type of character that Makoto is one of my favorite character types. Tomboyish, but not to an extreme. She's funny, strong-willed, and her relationship with Aso is my favorite ship in the show. Makoto, if she was real, would be the kind of best friend that everybody needs, like with her friendship with Hanai. She'll support her friends, but then beat them down if she thinks that one of her friends is about to do something really stupid. Strong and athletic, but also shy and caring, Makoto is the kind of character that you always want as a friend.
It's gotta be D. I always get boob sizes right. You're a D cup for sure. What can I say, babe? It's a gift.
Will you be serious for once?
Number 7. Rukia from Bleach. When I first watched Bleach a long time ago, I was actually contemplating on why I loved Rukia so much. And then one word came to my mind. Spunky. Rukia is very, very spunky. When she's determined towards a goal, she will let you know that nothing you do will stop her. I love in the first season of Bleach of Rukia's constant beatings towards Ichigo to get him in line. Whenever she sprouts that smile, it's like she's planning something, and I love it. Even if she's not the strongest character in the show, and trust me, she is not, she will still be there for her friends and for her brother Byakuya. She's also very graceful though, as evident to her Shikai.
現在ソウルソサイティで最も美しいと言われている。
私の残白刀が美しいなどともったいのうございます。
事実を言ったまでだ。
Once again, I like it when female characters aren't one of both extremes, either very stereotypically girly or masculine and tomboyish, but instead, a good divide. Number 6. Surya, from the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya franchise. Now, I'll be honest in saying that my love for this character developed more in the original light novels after the movie, especially since Tsuya doesn't appear that much in the TV show and movie. However, she appears a lot in the disappearance of Yuki-chan Nagato, so I'm gonna count this one. I find that Tsuya is very much like Haruhi, but Tsuya is able to control herself and know when it is time to stop the craziness and calm down. She likes to have fun with everyone, which brings an interesting dynamic in the light novels, and the wealth that her family has definitely allows her to do that. I also like that Tsuya is also like a big sister figure to Asahina as well as being her best friend. Very energetic and always looking to have a good time, Tsuya will get you laughing in no time. Number 5. Izumi Curtis from Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's right, the badass housewife herself. Now, Fullmetal Alchemist is a franchise that houses so many characters that are too badass to handle. I really like how Izumi takes away the stereotypical notion of a housewife and throws it out the window. I had a hard time choosing between Izumi and Oliver since they are similar characters. I found myself liking Izumi more because even though Izumi is powerful in strength, she's also powerful in her heart. Having lost her child, and then her organs through human transmutation, she becomes a mother figure for Edward and Alphonse, and also to Raph in the first Fullmetal Alchemist series. Going back to those missing organs, it's amazing to see this woman kick ass knowing what condition she's in. I also like how much in love her and her husband are. I really like how this strong housewife and this big muscle-bound man can find so much love together. She can be extremely motherly, but you never want to piss her off at the same time.
Teacher!
I'm sorry. Who the hell are you?
Pissed off!
Number 4. Ymir from Attack on Titan. Everyone has got a favorite Attack on Titan character, and what is easily my favorite anime cast, Ymir is my favorite out of all of them. Despite her small screen time in the first season, Ymir's character is another good example of a character that escapes the female anime stereotype, strong-willed and determined with lots of masculine features to boot. While it's true that I love her more in the events of the manga since she has more screen time, Season 2 is coming out to adapt those chapters, and my anticipation of it is killing me. I also love her and Krista together. This relationship comes more into play in the manga, and thus Season 2, but it's still adorable nonetheless. Even in junior high, Ymir is my favorite character of them all. I love how much she obsesses over Krista, always asking her to marry her, and beating up Reiner when he tries to get between them. It's the best moments of the spin-off show. Added bonus that Elizabeth Maxwell voices her in the English dub since she is my new favorite anime voice actress. That definitely helps a lot. I can't wait for Season 2 and everyone to react over the events that take place, which feature more Ymir. Sounds like my idea of a good time.
Have no fear, my darling! I'll protect you at any cost! That's a promise! A vow! When this is all over, we'll get married! Didn't know you felt that way! Krista transformed into Potato Girl! What have you done with my precious bride to be?
Number 3. Reina Kosuka from Sound Euphonium. I've gone on and on about why I think that Sound Euphonium is such a phenomenal anime, and Reina is my main reason why. I mentioned before that Sound Euphonium has such complex and interesting characters, and Reina is no exception. In the beginning, I thought, oh, well, this is going to be the quiet character of the group who's really good at playing the trumpet. And while the latter is true, she is far from quiet. She works hard to try and get what she wants, even if it means upsetting others. When she gets the solo despite the bad looks of the other band members, Reina just accepts it head on because it's something that she wants, and she doesn't care if others think that another should get the solo because of seniority.
高坂さん、
はい。
あなたがソロです。中瀬子さんではなく、あなたがソロを吹く。いいですか？
はい。
Friendship is great and all, but Reina wants to be special. And that's the key word here, special. She wants to become special. And when she gets annoyed at the other band members' comments, and even though she earned that solo, she will get really pissed off at their disapproval. At least, she'll only let Kimiko see her annoyance. Reina is a compelling character, but not nice and definitely not a team player. She's an angry, arrogant teenager. She wants the solo, she wants Taki-sensei, she wants to win. But at the same time, she still has her moments of doubt in herself. All of this brings together a very complex character that you enjoy watching the journey of because it is so compelling.
大丈夫。最初から負けるつもりなんて全くないから。
Number 2. Haruka Tenyu, also known as Sailor Uranus from Sailor Moon. If you talk to me at any point in time, then you know how much I love Haruka. Hell, I cosplayed her one time for Comic-Con. That's how much I love her. Being my favorite member of the Sailor Scouts, Haruka brings a lot to the show and the audience. Not only is she in a lesbian relationship with Michiru, in the 90s I might add, but she's also very tomboyish. She's a punch first and ask questions later kind of gal. She almost never wears feminine clothing, except when she's in her Sailor Scout outfit. I also love how much in love she is with Neptune and how jealous she gets of other people sometimes.
あんなやつ、楽屋に入れない方がいい。
あら、焼いてくれてるの?
I also like how stubborn Haruka is, and how she's always trying to prove herself in front of men. Despite her tough look and how she acts, she's actually kind of shy, especially in front of her girlfriend. Whether they know it or not, the creators of the Sailor Moon manga and anime made a character that helped define a generation of LGBT people everywhere. I have several accounts of people telling me that it was Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune that they were able to come out of the closet. Once again, define the generation. And that's why she's my second favorite female character.
はるかはモテる男が嫌いなのよね。なるほど。
だから納得するな。
Number 1. Haruhi Fujioka from Ouran High School Host Club. Ouran High School Host Club was the first real anime that I ever saw, so Haruhi Fujioka was the first female protagonist in anime that I ever saw as well. And I gotta say, it's always great to start with the best. I really like how little Haruhi cares for her appearance or how people view her in terms of gender. She could honestly give a shit. I mentioned in a previous video that I did that Haruhi is one of the few gender-fluid characters in animation, and that is an amazing trait to have for those in the LGBT community watching.
Listen, Senpai, I don't really care whether you guys recognize me as a boy or a girl. In my opinion, it's more important for a person to be recognized for who they are rather than for what sex they are.
Yeah, it's the third time I've used that clip, and I don't care. It's an amazing quote. Haruhi is also the reason why change was able to happen in most of the boys in the host club's life. From Tamaki to Hikaru to Kaoru to Kyoya, these guys would still be the same if Haruhi never entered their lives. And she's the first one outside of family to be able to tell Hikaru and Kaoru apart. How awesome is that? She's also freaking sassy and sarcastic when she comments about how rich people behave, or when she doesn't want to go on one of the host club's crazy adventures and just wants to stay in to get some work done.
That's not the way you're supposed to react, Haruhi! You have to stay strong and reject them, then casually brush them to the side! Do you understand?
This is sexual harassment.
She's a heroine in a slice of life show who doesn't want to be the heroine in a slice of life show. That's freaking awesome! Haruhi is a great role model, a great influence in my life, and my number 1 female character in all of anime.
Being a host and getting fussed over by a bunch of girls might not be that bad. I wonder how I can pull it off. I've got it! I'll just call everyone dude and bro now.